and a big hello to Miss Wiggles, and to you all. How are you feeling this Wednesday? My apologies for the lateness. This next song is, I've got some news about that in a minute, guys. This next song, ironically, funny you should say that, this next song is called The Vortex. Let's funk it up, guys. Hello, hello. How you doing? Are you feeling all right? Have you had a good week? Hello there, little fella. Hello, Dippy. Hello there, little fella. How you doing, Dippy? It's Dippy the kangaroo. It's Dippy the kangaroo. We know he's so dippy because he's so skippy. It's Dippy the kangaroo. How you doing, Dippy? Steve Taylor, 69. Great to see you in here. Music. Musical Cure, good evening to you. Jimmy Neutron 666, how you doing? My dear friend, Marco 1907, lovely to see you. Great musician himself. Singing Planet, excellent musician. Can we get a shout out for Singing Planet, please? She's a fantastic singer and folk singer and does some very good whistling stylings as well. On his mum, how you doing? If you want to give you a shout out, then say hello. Elakara, how you doing? Lovely to see everybody in here. Really nice to see you all. How you doing, everybody? You had a good week? How's your week going so far? Is it going well? My name's Steve Ford. If you've not seen me before, I do original instrumental rock. I also do a Monday blues jam, or original jams, and on Friday nights, on the Friday Night Rock Show, it's all the classic rock covers and everything else. You may have noticed that there's a few cameras floating around here and a few videos. Everything is completely live. Everything is run completely live. And what can go wrong? Usually it may go wrong, but it never usually does, because I usually stay up till all hours making sure that it runs smoothly for you lovely people. I think I have a bit of an announcement to make, but I'll be making that later on. There's a bit of good news coming your way next, folks, and I'm going to be sharing that with you soon. Chill Factor 17, good evening to you. How you doing? Lovely to see you here. And if you've not met anyone else in the Forward community, then introduce yourself to each other and get chatting, because that's what it's all about. We're going to stay with the Alive album. What you heard at the beginning was a couple of Time Traveler tracks, and then the last track was Revolution from Alive. We're going to stay with Live, and we're going to keep it nice and mellow. This is a track called Just Can't Stop. Good evening, Harmony. Let me come and sit down with you all for a sec. Hello, hello. How you doing, you lovely people? You all right? Thanks for your kind words about my music so far. Nice drop of water. Dippy says, Steve, I reckon it's time you're going to get really good. Just keep practicing those chords. Singing Planet. Oh my God, I just Googled musicians from Essex, and no kidding, there's a muso called Steve Ignorant. I have tears. I have no idea who Steve Ignorant is. Who is Steve Ignorant? Yes. Thank you, Marco, for the claps. Thank you so much indeed, guys. Hey, my pals. Welcome in. Nice to see you. And Jimmy Neutron's here, everybody. It's all cool. It's all cool, guys. So, today, the reason why I'm late, punk musician from the 70s and 80s. Steve Ignorant. Yeah. So today, the reason why I'm late, guys, is I had an email from Twitch and they want to feature me on the front page next Wednesday. So that's the bit of a bolt of an announcement to make there, folks, but they've said that they've given me a time slot, and basically, I believe that it's mostly down to you guys hosting me, putting me on the front page, hosting me on your channel. So you go to your channel and you type in the chat, host Steve Forward, yeah, and I think it's mostly because of you guys doing that it's pushed me to the front. I don't know whether some of you were aware. But a few weeks ago, they told me that this is ridiculous to say. It is ridiculous to say this, because I haven't only been on Twitch for 2 months. But they told me that I was eligible to apply for partner, which is absolutely ridiculous. They didn't get it. I'm pleased to announce that I didn't get it. But I think that that may have sort of speeded things up with them saying, would you like to be on the front page, maybe? So if you're sitting down and you've got a pen and paper handy, here's a list of things. If you want to help me and you want to help me out next Wednesday, it's Wednesday the 3rd of March. And the reason why I'm literally sitting down is I'm awaiting an email from the lady to tell me that it's all on. They've given me a 2-hour time slot on their front carousel. And it's from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Okay, guys? So, UK time. Okay? Bearing in mind, I usually stream at about 9, 10 o'clock anyway. So, if I start next Wednesday, what I'm going to be doing next Wednesday is I'm going to be doing... thank you, Chill Factor 17. Thank you so much. Singing Planet says, oh my God, Steve, that's amazing. You must be blown away. Harmony, I don't know what to say about you, Harmony. Harmony... you do know I awarded you VIP status today for all the good work you've done. You are now a VIP on this channel. And thank you so much indeed. That is not to say anyone else isn't important, you are. But let me just say a little bit more about what's happening out next week. So next Wednesday, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., they're going to feature me on the carousel. I've got to make sure that I've got to turn a few things off, and I've got to speak to my mod, who is fantastic. And I've got to make sure, maybe having to put slow mode on, depending. But she did warn me that the traffic will be very, very high. Those were her words. You watch next week, there'll be 100 people. But she did actually say to me, yes, just to let you know that the traffic will be very, very high. So, and at the end of my stream, I'm gonna make sure that I raid a musician. So I'll make sure that we stick with that, and it's depending on where you are in the world, we're gonna raid another musician after my stream. It may be quite late, depending on how many people are on the front page. So I'm going to be on the Wednesday. I'm going to be sleeping for most of the day, and the Tuesday I'm going to be ripping into making sure that everything that I've got here is running. Now, what I'm going to be doing for the stream, next Wednesday is I'm going to be doing a mixture, kind of a showcase of what it is I do. So has it been there since the beginning? I haven't realised it. Thank you so much, Steve. No, Harmony, it has not been there since the beginning. I can only I'm not nervous. No, I'm not nervous at all. I will be next Wednesday, but I'm not nervous at the moment. I have you guys here, all of you, from the beginning, from the day one. Well, probably day 26, but you know what I mean. I have you guys, so I don't have to worry. You know. If any of you, I'm doing this. Is my mod on? Yes, I think my mod is on there. Okay. Much mod love to my mod. But if there's anyone out there, if just putting the feelers out at the moment, and if you don't hear back from me or you don't get made a mod, please don't see it as a knockback at all. But I'm interested in, because I stream quite irregularly sometimes, so I'm looking for people who are experienced in modding, who can be my eyes and ears basically. But I just want to put the feelers out at the moment. Hey, we got Jeff TV raiding. How you doing? Come in, guys, Mr. Jeff TV. Thank you so much. And thank you so much. Come in, guys. We got a raid happening. Come on in, raiders. Welcome aboard. Okay, I'm off on blind. Welcome, raiders. So if Credfito, Derek's Progo is a forward follow. Thank you so much indeed for the forward follow. So if Credfito gives his approval, because I make no bones about it. I make no bones about it, but I run everything that I do on my stream by my mod. Credfito is my eyes and ears. He's my number one. And so I listen to him because he's very experienced on Twitch and I'm not. So I will be putting the feelers out for 1 or 2 new mods. So if you get a message from me asking, do give it some serious consideration. I can't offer you anything but pain, hardship and torment. But I will only do it if I really need it. Okay, so I will be consulting with my mod over the next 2 days as to who I'd like to be a mod on my channel. Has to be someone I love, and I love you all, so it's going to be very tough. But I'd like to make a couple of mods just before it kicks off next week. So the details are, welcome in, Jeff. We got some raiders, and Jeff TV knows Phil Smythe. Sorry I'm late. I have no access to chat. Oh, that's okay. Derek's Piano also had an ad. Oh no. Oh, I think you might not, because you're not subscribed. I think they can sometimes run ads, don't they? You know. Anyway, so it's Twitch mod's bread and butter is pain and torment. Very well put. I already mod for my other half, Miss Wiggles, and so what I wanted to make sure was what was very important is that next Wednesday it will be. Do you remember I used to do a Steve Forward guitarist show, and it was just all my rock covers. And so I've got a scene because I can't do the Friday night rock show because that's going to be on a Wednesday. So I've got a generic Steve Forward guitarist scene, and I'll be doing that, and it'll be kind of, you know, the Pink Floyd, the rock covers, and then some original stuff with the videos as well. And I've got an original song from my album Strange Kind of Life, which I don't think many of you guys have heard before. Which is an original vocal song that has a music video to it as well, and so that's something that I need to just, you know, get across to you tonight. That the lady, and the reason why I'm sitting here now in front of you is I am actually waiting to hear back from this lady because I've messaged her, and I would like there to be some real live update news. And my reply to her was yes, I'd love to take you up on this, but the message was actually from the Twitch music team, and we're reaching out to see if you'd be interested in a potential front page opportunity as part of a short-term initiative. So the available time slot I have is from Wednesday the 3rd of March. Okay, Wednesday the 2nd of March. Sorry. Wednesday the 3rd of March. She's got Wednesday 3-2. From 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. So it's a 2-hour slot, which is pretty bonkers, okay, because the traffic moves quite quick through Twitch. And she said get back to me the next 48 hours, but I've already gotten back to her and said, yes, please, that'll be great. So if you guys want to check out next week, it's going to be a mixed bag of everything. And I may, depending on how long they keep me on the front page for, I may actually be streaming on the Thursday and the Friday and the Saturday as well, and then having Sunday off or something, depending on how bonkers it gets. I've got some people in mind about who I'm going to raid. So I've got a 2-hour window, Phil. That's all I've got. It's Phil Smythe Music, who we all love Phil Smythe. Me and Karen are massive fans of Phil Smythe. He said that's what I had, a 2-hour window. No, I won't get longer. That's all I had is 2 hours. That's all they're giving to everyone. I have it in the email from her email. That is all they give as part of the initiative, a 2-hour time slot on the carousel. So it's fair for everyone. Then everyone gets a turn. However, I have to just say this, folks. We're going to have a chat about this for a minute. One of the most important things that I have come across is that I've only been a Twitch streamer since November. So November, December, January. So about 4 months now. Yeah, roughly about 4 months. So about 12 weeks. And it usually takes a bit longer to sort of get on the front page, or shorter, depending on, I don't know. So I must be doing something right. I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but I must be doing something right. And I think that if I can pay back that love to some other musicians that I know, then I will be doing that. The priority for me is to make sure that as much as possible everything runs really smooth next Wednesday. So Rico, the carousel revolves. You'll have a centre slot for 2 hours, but you'll be in the ride out of like 6 that will be showcased. Right? Okay. Cool. How do you know that, Rico? Do you have inside knowledge? Is it something that you are aware of? Because I'm very new to Twitch, so Phil Smythe Music, what Rico said. Oh, okay, it's common knowledge. I'm very green with all this, guys. Sorry, I'm not up with it at all. I'm looking at my lights behind me, and I haven't put them to solid white. It's supposed to be on a spaceship here. We're supposed to be flying through space, and I'm stopping off. That's what this whole thing is about. My albums are all sci-fi based, and we're supposed to be flying through space. Flying through the night, night birds. I love that song. Can't believe Kenny's never heard of that. I said to Kenny, have you heard of Shack Attack? He went, what? Never heard of them. Unbelievable. You're not a proper musician unless you've heard of Shack Attack, Sister Sledge and Boney M. Alright? I'm spaced out. And it's important on 10 a.m. on Thursday, I will spread the word. Yeah, tell everyone you can. Just and 5-star, rain or shine, you'll always be. I love that song. 1 in a million. You want me to sing some 5-star? I'll get my acoustic guitar and sing some 5-star. No problem at all. So Derek's piano. I think I would bolt from front page opportunity myself. Well, welcome in Derek's piano. Yeah, I loved 5-star, but I don't think that it's something. I think, you know, over the years you get opportunities to further you along the road as well, and I think you should grab things with both hands and just say yes, yes immediately, which is what I did, and I hope it's going to pay off, and it should be fun. All right, so everyone's got the time, everyone knows the day. Spread the word in Discord, put a message in Discord, in my page, other people's page, whatever you need to do, as long as it's not annoying anyone. Just so people know and they can all hop in. And if you're a musician, make sure you pop your head round the door, and I can give you a shout out as well. So so that the love can be spread to other people as well. And rest assured, I will be raiding, and I'll be making sure that there's enough people that have clicked through to give a nice, juicy, fat raid to the musicians. Okay, so if it happens the next day and the next day or something, then I'll be raiding you guys. But there's one particular musician in mind who I'm going to raid. I know exactly who I'm going to raid. I make it. I'm going to make sure that I raid one particular musician, definitely. So I'm going to say no more than that. And you better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Thank you, Rico. And then above that, Phil Smythe, System Addict. Please play the riff to Hocus Pocus as a celebration. I'd love to, Dippy, but it's an all original show, all original stuff tonight. And I can't risk the copyright ID on my own music, so I don't want to get involved in all that. I want to keep everything clean cut. Whereas next Wednesday, bring it on. Okay? I'm going to be going through my set list, and I think I've got about 6 hours of music, and I want to cut out all the chuff. I haven't got any chuff, but you know what I mean? I've got all the good stuff in there, and work out a really decent sort of set. Because if it gets busy and there's like a few thousand people watching, like 2,000 or 3,000 people, then opening requests is utterly ridiculous. So that's something I'm looking forward to. So next Wednesday, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. GMT time, I'm going to be featured on the Twitch front page. If you just join me, and it's going to be a 2-hour time slot right on the front of the carousel, and set list for sure, definitely. I mean, I've got a good broad section of classic rock stuff and Pink Floyd stuff, and so I'm just putting the feelers out there. As I say, I got an email from the music team, the Twitch music team today at 4:30, and I only just found it. You just found it at about I think it's the hero slot, I'm not too sure. Yeah, so should be good. I can't do it. I mean, they said a couple of weeks ago that I was eligible to apply for partner, and I know everyone, my mod said don't tell anyone anything. Well, I just said tonight earlier as well, I said I did actually apply for it, and they did turn me down, which I was expecting, but I actually believe that it got put into this. My name got put to the front of them. You see, because partner reviews are manually reviewed, whereas affiliate is automatic. It's a automated system of completing the 4 steps, but the path to partner still has to be reviewed. And so, you know, my viewership is not that great. And I checked the other day, and seriously, without me doing anything, they'd added my Twitter on as well as my YouTube, and then they said, congratulations, you're eligible to apply for the partner program again. I'm not applying it for again just to be turned down. There's no point. I don't need it at the moment. I want to make sure that I've got my shit together, you know, making sure that it's sorted out. So over the next few days, I'm going to be consulting with my mod, my wonderful mod Credfito, about getting some mods together. A couple of new mods should it get crazy that night. And I'm going to be working out a set. Okay, so tonight, what I'm going to do is, if you can go to, some people are requesting on the streamer song list and stuff, but if you can go to, I don't think I've got the stream, let me check, hang on, let me check on my, I'm sitting down here, so I should be able to do it. No, I don't have it with me, hang on. Bear with me a minute. Let me just go back to the home cam. This is going to look a little weird. This is going to look a little weird, okay, guys? Sorry about this. Let me just see if it's on here as well. Hold on. I'm still up here. Look at this. Look, it's a Muppet Show. Okay, sorry about this, guys. Hang on. I'm just trying to see if there's going to be. No, I haven't got that. I haven't got that pushed in yet. I do have it on the classic rock thing. So next Wednesday will be. I'm not stalling. I'm not. No, not at all. Dippy. I do have the song request stuff for next Wednesday, but I'm not going to do it. As I said, I spoke to a couple of people. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to do a set list, because then I'm going to, you know. So I'll go live at about 10 p.m. Okay. So even though I'm on the front page 11 till 1, I'm going to do 10, 11, 12, 1, like 11, 12, 1, 2, like a 3 or 4 hour stream, something like that. And eke it out, basically. So I'll do an hour, and then I'll do a 10-minute sort of sit down and chat, and then I'll do another hour, 45 minutes, and do it that way. That's about it, really, guys. How are you feeling, Phil? Want to find out how Phil Smythe is. Thank you for the follows, guys. Yeah, and that's what I thought, Phil. An hour either side should do it. If I go from sort of kick off about 10 p.m, just, you know, do some of my regular covers, you know, without the videos and stuff. Get warmed up, keep it nice and mellow, nice and easy, so I can work up to it. And then when it gets to about sort of 10 to 11, it should all start to get a little bit mental. But it has been known that they keep you on the front page a little bit longer, and it has been known that they keep you on the they put you on there a little bit before as well. One of the things they did mention to me is that you have to make sure that the mature content switch is off, because anything that has mature content will not get featured on the front thing. So any it's a good job. Years ago, my late friend Mick West said to me, never swear in the microphone. And I laughed at him at the time, because I depped in quite a few bands back then, and I was just the guitar player, and I noticed that a lot of the singers would you know, swear a lot, and I've never been a fan of it myself, and it's always stood me in good stead. You know, so there you go. That's one of the reasons why you will probably not get featured on a front page, is if you have a bit of language in your thing. It will take you a bit longer, because if you're featured on as a front page, you you won't get featured on the front page if you have the mature audience thing. That's a little tip for he says, pretending like he's been streaming for years when I've only just started this like yesterday. And as usual, I am wearing a Kenny's Prog Rock Eargasm t-shirt. This has been cleaned now. So I'm going to get back on and play some more numbers. And we're going to go from there. Ooh. Don't mind me, guys. Sorry. I'm miles away. Good thing I had no dreams of FP. Now, what is FP? Dippy says the Henry Higgins of Essex. My fair Stevie. Credfito. Oh, good thing I had no dreams of front page. Well, Singing Planet, you had a nice juicy raid the other week, didn't you? And then you said, oh, I better go and get a drink. And then you took a break. I thought that takes some nerves of steel to do that. You know, that's like, well, wait. Listen, 10,000 people. I'm taking a short break. Back in a minute. Just casually walking away like that. Are you a sweary bear? Oh. Yeah, they do not like that. I don't think they really like that at all. I'll tell you another thing that really helped me out is not looking at the view account. It really done. That really made a difference. I used to worry about the view account. If I was doing something like this and the view account went down, I'd think, oh, it's something I'm doing. No, I don't bother with that anymore. I had no idea there were 600 people until you said there was more than that. There was more than that on your raid last week. There was well over 1,000, easy. And I remember seeing it. Yeah, you should keep the view account. It's like having a Ouija in a level 5 hype chain. Yeah, I wouldn't do that, would I? But what was that all about last night? What happened there, guys? Last night, literally, I thought, oh, you know what? And I'm being deadly serious here. I thought, I'll give it till April for Twitch. I'll give it till April. And if I've got about... This is what I thought in December. I'll give it to about April, May. I'll give it for a good 5 months. And if I haven't gotten to about sort of 300 followers, I'll just split it half and half again. I'll just stay on Twitch and I'll go back to YouTube and everything. It's gone a little bit bonkers. So I think I'm nearly at 660 followers today. I'd like to get to 700 by the end of the week, but I don't think it's going to matter. I had a big 1k party planned. I had a big 1k party planned. If it kicks off next Wednesday, I think I'm going to have to push the party forward a bit. So it is very exciting. I am genuinely excited. I mean, I've put best thing that's happened in my life. No, the best thing that's happened in my life was meeting Miss Wiggles. That's the best thing that's happened to me. She's an absolute star. So there's no doubt in my mind about that. So I live like a king. Phil Smythe 2k party next week. Well, I doubt it. You knew I was going to say that. That's the truth, mate. She's amazing. So smart man. Not at all. I don't need to worry about things like that. I don't need to. Do you know what? In the years that we've been together, I'm saying years, 2014. So in the 8 years that we've been together, I think we've had 3 arguments. There was one at Christmas. So I'm going to tell you about this one at Christmas, right? If you want to hear something funny, every Christmas day, I love Christmas Day. I love Christmas. Okay, I mean, it's the highlight of my year. Other than Halloween, I love Christmas. And I went and got myself a big turkey every year, like I normally do, because I'm a bit of a tubster. And I got a turkey and put it in the fridge. And there, we get it out, and Karen cooks it. Right? She likes cooking it for me. But Karen's a vegetarian. Okay. So she puts the turkey in the oven, cooks it, but she cooked it upside down, right? Thinking that, she said to me, I read somewhere that if you cook the turkey upside down, the juices they rise up and it keeps the turkey juicier and everything. I said, no, don't do that. And she done that. And she said two words that I'm going to mention in a minute. 2 words, and she did this face, right? Anyway, she went and done that, and I came in the kitchen. I walked into the kitchen, and she'd pulled the turkey out. She said, "Well, I've done that anyway. I've cooked it anyway." And I thought, oh, and me and my big mouth, I went, "What did you do that for?" Right? Anyway, I walked in the kitchen, and seriously, she has got the patience of a saint, right? So I must have pushed the buttons, right? I walked in, and she lifted it out like that, and I said, "What have you?" And she immediately cut me, and she went, "Don't start." She went, "Don't say it. Don't say anything. Don't wind me up." Like that. And I thought, I'm not winding you up. Why would I want to wind you up, darling? No. It's all good. Don't worry. Exactly. And so every year now, I let Karen. Rico, I just went on to check to see if he was on host, and yep, it was defo you. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Thank you. And every year, I really enjoy Christmas with Miss Wiggles. It's the highlight of my year. I'll make no bones about it, guys. You know, I put a lot of planning into my streams and stuff, and into my shows and what I do, and it can sometimes run into the late hours. And if there's one thing I've learned, is that you just can't have it all. You can't have everything that you want. There has to be a compromise, and so I always make sure that you know Miss Wiggles has a birthday. You know that. Anyway, speaking about Miss Wiggles, I'm rather proud of Miss Wiggles because she's one day away from her affiliate. She's not very well today at the moment. She's not very well, but she's going to be tomorrow. She's going to be doing a stream. So as this is my show, I'd like to give her a little plug. Here it is. A little plug. No. So can my mod give her a nice, fantastic shout out, please? You can't be everything to everyone. You cannot be all things to all men, as my mum used to say. So Miss Wiggles is going to be doing a show tomorrow. She's feeling a lot better. She's lying down on the sofa watching the show in the other room. But hey, Darth Rips, how you doing? Nice to see you in here, Dave. Really nice to see you. And I noticed, Dave, you've been doing some likes. You're on my Facebook page. If you guys want to head over to my Steve Ford guitarist page, there's loads of video content on there as well that no one's ever seen, so you can check that out. You just woke from a nap. Well, yeah. So Karen is one day away from her affiliate. So if we could go and give her tomorrow, she's going to be doing her stream, and I think she's doing her stream about tea time. When you're able to promote your stream on my channel, baby. So when is it again? If you want to type it out, we'll all wait, because Miss Wiggles is quite funny when she types. You know, like when Phil Smythe plays the guitar. I love it. He does this with his tongue like that. It's brilliant. It's the reason why I watch his streams, because he's just so fascinating to watch. He rocks out like really hard. Anyway, Miss Wiggles, when she types, she goes. Me, when I type, I'm like that. I've got a typing speed of 110 words per minute. I'm like, could just type like this. I don't have a problem, because I've been around computers all my life. But anyway, it's about 5:30. She's going to be on tomorrow, so go check it out. twitchtv.com/Karen Warbis. I don't know whether I can actually post in my Twitch chat the link, the URL, or do a shout out. You watch my streams for your concentration phase. I have a concentration phase. They're about to have their 4th fight. Why? What have we said? We're not going to have a 4th fight. Oh dear. Let's do an SO for Karen Warbis. Go check her out. If you've not seen her before, give her a like. Karen is a great singer, and she's very shy, but I would really like her to get her affiliate. I'd really like her to smash that, and she's one day away. She's smashed her all the other 3 ticks. She's got all the other things. Who Watches the Watchers level 2 or whatever, and she's level 3, sorry. She's got 83 followers, so we're all there, guys. She's done the right amount of hours. She just needs to do one more day. She smashed her hours, but she just needs to do 7 days, and she's done 6 of 7 or something like that. I can't remember. So let's go and give her a shout out anyway. That would be really good. Yeah, a root, a toot, a rudely add a toot. I think that's what it is, Phil. Dippy, you can ask me whatever you like, mate. I'd love to be there more, but I ain't getting up at 3 a.m. No worries, it's okay. As I say, if you're a subscriber, you can check out in the Discord all of the actual past streams. My public streams, this one, the Monday Blues session, and Steve Forward Live, will be available on my YouTube publicly. And obviously next Wednesday's show, if there's like really high viewer figures and everything's going good, I may take clips of that and put that publicly on YouTube as well, because I want to promote what I do, you know. So Dippy, you can ask whatever you like, conditions apply. Is personal, is Forward my birth name? Yeah, it is. Yeah, Steve Forward. That is my actual real name, Forward. So yeah. But my first name is not. Okay, so Steve Forward is my name. We'll go with that. But it's nothing derivative, nothing completely undifferent. But it's just that, you know, my real name is not Steve. So it's Stephen. But no one calls me Stephen. No one. It's Stephen with a V. They just call me Steve. So so yeah, that's really, I mean, if I've gone on way too long, I usually waffle on way too long, and it usually takes for Kenny to say shut up and get on with it. Rico Stench, you've started it now, Stephen with a V. Chill Factor, I once did accidentally. Phil Smythe, your stage name is Steve. Well, the thing is though, Phil, you're not called Philip Smythe, are you? There you go. I think that what actually happens is over the years, your family and your friends, I just end up saying, oh, my dad still calls me Stephen, and he goes, oh, Stephen, hello, Stephen, like that, in his posh voice, being the strict army man that he is. It's pronounced, Undertrader says it's pronounced Forward. I say, Mr. Forward. I think it is, yes. So yeah, last night I only meant to come on Tuesday. I meant to come on to the stream for about an hour or two, just to let everyone know about tonight's show. And it got out of hand. They ended up playing until 2 o'clock, 3 in the morning. It was ridiculous. But I'm getting itchy fingers now. I want to go and do some playing for you and play some music for you, okay? So we've chatted enough. So let me switch over. I'm going to have an intermission, switch over, and then we're going to play some more of my instrumental rock. Okay? So, yeah, it was a good fun, wasn't it? Well, we'll do another chat and jam soon. Show some love to these well thought out produced shows, will you people, please? These ones took absolutely ages to do. I had a conversation with Pete Northcote the other day when I raided Pete yesterday, and he said to me, Steve, mate, we had a band in and we had 5 different cameras everywhere. Everywhere was loaded with cameras, and all of them went wrong, and there was just one that was doing this, that was stuck on a thing like that, and it looked awful, and everyone said, best show ever, man, best show. You have no idea how crushing it is when you put like a year's worth of development into a show, because before I started streaming on Twitch, I streamed unlisted on YouTube to family and friends. So only they saw the development from February 2021 to October, November of that year, last year, and they saw the development of the show, like from starting out with just one webcam, literally, and then 2, and then 6, and then 8. And they saw the show develop when I added video, and everything else. And you know, little things like that, people don't realise that little things that says tracks played, and they're automatically done and getting put into sets and things take absolutely ages. See, I knew this always happens. You see this? Despite me wearing his t-shirt, despite me promoting the prog rock piano bar, him, look at that man in the red there, look, big capital letters, look, big capitals, look. There's no pleasing some people, I tell you. Steve, the bells and whistles are amazing, but if you were terrible at music, they would matter not a bit. I agree. Well said, Singing Planet, thank you. The reason we love Chat and Jam is because we get to talk to you, thank you. But the production level is next effing level in your shows, thank you. Has the lady messaged you back yet? The suspense is killing me. Do you know what? I haven't checked, guys, but she said give it 48 hours, but I am actually going to check now. Let me have a look. You know, her name is Valerie. So Kenny has been playing for too long. He can't hear spoken words anymore, only guitar noodling. Do you remember that Fast Show? There's a sketch of the Fast Show and he goes, You a man of the cloth, are you? I've done it myself, you know. 30 years, man and boy. And that's this good thing. Right, so we got 33 people watching me. Look at that, I've just had a look. That's amazing. I'm going to get back and do some music for you guys, okay? And I'm just going to have a little intermission now. I'm going to go to the little boy's room and I'm going to have a little intermission. And then I'm going to get back on and I'm going to play my little body off for you guys, okay? And we're going to kick off, get nice and heavy and nice and loud and play some rock music. All right, so don't forget, next Wednesday, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Spread the word, guys, okay? Did you miss me? How you doing, people? I'm back in my normal habitat, as we say. Let me just make a few adjustments again. Okay, this is Signs. We're going to do Signs from the live album now. I'm just going to have a check of the cameras, guys. Okay, guys, this is Signs. let's stay with the a live album, and let's do the next track off of that, which is going to be Beyond the Stars. And for some reason we had a little glitch there. We'll just have a look at that in a minute. Yeah, so somebody asked a question a minute ago. Under Trader, that sounds like one of those songs that you were practicing single string stuff and came across something really cool and made a song out of it. You're part right, you're half right. I'm primarily a keyboard player. Started out playing piano, or the organ actually, as a kid. And when that song Signs was actually written on piano, and Journey's End and quite a few others were written on piano first. And the reason why, when you're doing that bit, like that, I wanted it to be linear so I could slide around. But when I tried playing the harmonies, both blah 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 blah, they're just triads. So if it's in the G, then you're just doing a G and a D, and then a D and a B, and then a B and a G. You're just doing inversions, blah 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 blah, as the chords are changing. And so it's like a G and then a D and then an F sharp major, which is like a secondary dominant that pulls to a 2, to a minor, or to a 3 minor, right? Yeah, so it's a 5 of the 3 secondary dominant, I think. Yeah, but the key is in E, so the chords are quite interesting in. Hey, Cliffs of Adelaide, welcome in. The chords are quite interesting in. It's like down, ba, ba, bow, bow, down, bow. There's da, da, dee. So there's a Lydian bit there. Da, 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 wow, da, ba, da. And then it's ba, da, dee, da, da. That bit there. It's a tritone interval. And Ghosts was written on piano as well. And I always try and use tritone substitution. I think I've talked about that before. I always try and use the elements that I was taught at college in my compositions because I just think they sound spicier and they sound more interesting. But yeah, so I wrote it on piano, and it was originally meant to be a piano piece. And I thought, why don't I try it on guitar? Try recording the first harmony and then the other harmony over the top, and it sounded cool, but I didn't have a middle bit. I didn't have that set up at all. I didn't know what was going to come, and it was the chord progression, the E minor to F sharp major, and then yeah, so it's like an E diminished or G diminished or B flat diminished or C sharp diminished, you know, and then, like, you know, back down to G and then back to D, etc. and normal movements. But so the melody again was based on the upper chord tones of the chords. You had to ask, didn't you? You know how geeky I am, eh? So that's why that song sounds very odd and weird. But somebody, when I first put the album out, somebody said to me it sounded like a Pat Metheny song, and I'm a massive Pat Metheny and John Scofield fan. The Pat Metheny and John Scofield did a great album called "I Can See Your House From Here," and I absolutely loved that album. But I tore through most of Pat Metheny's stuff, and I never found anything. What's the one? We had to learn it at college. Phase dance, that's it. So yeah, that's kind of how I worked that song out. And then as soon as I finished that song, I'd been up all night writing it. And what I used to do in Cubase, because I'm a big Cubase guy, and I also use Reaper a lot now as well. I love Reaper. Reaper is like the the slayer of all digital audio workstations. The most important thing about it is, even though I own a license to it, I bought it, you can download it completely for free and forever, if you like. You can just run the program and then wait 5 seconds and just click evaluate, still evaluating, and you can do that forever. And it's the fully functional product about Reaper. And not that I work for Cocos or Reaper or anything like that. I don't mean that. But the interesting thing with Reaper is it was written by the guys that wrote Winamp in the early 2000s, you know. And they sold Winamp to Warner Brothers for a massive undisclosed sum. So they don't need the money. So when they were trying to record and they were using Pro Tools and it was all going wrong, because I used to use Pro Tools for about a month and I hated it so much. Yeah, it really whips the llamas. Yeah, exactly. And I hated Pro Tools, and I used I used Reaper. Sounds pretty grim. There's a guy on Twitch you should check out called Grim, Grym, and his tagline is Death himself, and he's I think he's painted his whole room green, and he's just walking around on a it's amazing. It's through the portals of hell, and it's proper really great, really great production. Anyway, and they sold it to Warner Brothers for an undisclosed sum, and then Reaper, they wrote Reaper based on what they wanted it to do. And hey Jude Laurie, still smiling about my stream yesterday. Well, I wanted to sit down and just have a quick chat, and it turned into something bonkers, didn't it, guys? Those chat and jam things are meant to be very, very intimate and personal. You just missed about half hour of me sitting down and chatting in this one as well. I'm going to be doing it in most of my shows like that, but that one's just free for all, and I really got to get used to them. So, hey Alexander 2814, how you doing? Exactly, hail to the Grim. He's fantastic, isn't he? And so I had a lot of time over lockdown to learn about Reaper. Reaper's very good with OBS. You can use Rearoute or Reastream to get the audio from the DAW straight into OBS. And when I do my sit-down chat and jam shows like last night, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not using any outboard gear. It's all one system. Really not a fan of that, because if the system goes wrong, then it's separate. All the audio is being done here, and it's an analog mixer out into the sound card. I much prefer the separation of things, keeping it modular. But it works for the sit-down stuff. And Reaper has some great tools like Rearoute and Restream. And when I was doing lessons, music lessons, because I'm not a fan of Zoom and all that. I don't like the audio quality is horrific. So I'll do like monologue tuition lessons, and I found that I could overlay lesson sheets on the screen and pre-record my lessons, multi-camera angles, and I thought, this is brilliant. It never occurred to me to use OBS to stream until about December of 2020. But by that time I'd been putting out pre-recorded content anyway, using my phone or some webcams. And I just think that if you want to use something that's really cool, then Reaper's the thing to use. But most of my melodies have come about from sitting down at the piano and writing them. So let's go back to Seven Bridges to Cross, okay? What do I do to interface from my rig to my computer? I'm using the Steinberg UR824 on my Stream PC, and I've got a laptop here running ShowBuddy and DMXs by a guy called Dave Brown, and that does all my backing tracks, my DMX lighting, and my audio for my backing tracks, and any lyric cues or any cues that I have that will come up on the screen on there. And that's got no sound card on it at all. I'm just using a headphone jack out from the laptop straight into the mixing desk. That's an analog mixing desk there, unless it's mixing desk. Stereo feed comes out there and goes straight into the front of the first two inputs of the UR824, and then that goes into OBS because it can only do a stereo feed. So downloaded Reaper, yeah, great. I recommend it. It's a bit of a learning curve, but if all you want to do is edit and record audio and work with MIDI and do some stuff on the fly like I did last night, just getting some loops up, because last night I did I did some Ravel stuff and using some loops and stuff, and it's the first time I'd ever done anything like that, and I'm not good at that stuff. I much prefer to have everything planned out, but Reaper's good for that. Reaper's got its own looper built in and stuff, and Ableton's the one to use. Phil Smythe is excellent at using Ableton, and Joshua Wu is really good at using those guys are loopers. Autopilot is the looping king. He is fantastic. So just downloaded Reaper. Here we go, wait for it. Yeah, we did a bit of that last night at Bolero, but I keep on meaning to try and do a version of it where, and get the old Phrygian thing going in it. Let's go to the beginning of Seven Bridges to Cross, and let's do the first two tracks from the album. Let's do My World, and then let's go straight into the title track itself, Seven Bridges to Cross. There's accompanying videos for this. Here we go. We're getting stuck again. Gremlins in the system tonight, folks. I'm just going to go to an intermission, and I'm going to fix this problem, because this has been going on just for tonight for a little bit. So bear with me, folks. I sorted it. Thank you so much, guys, for being patient. I think I figured out what the problem is. There's an electrical. I've got a fridge in here. When it cuts out, it spikes on the different ring main and everything. So I think that's what it does. This is My World and Seven Bridges to Cross, guys. Okay. Exactly, Alexander. Exactly. Thanks so much. We're going to stay with the album. Let's do the third track. This is called In the Dark at Last. Let's stay with this album. Let's do the next track indeed after that, which is called Shine. Let me change guitars. Thanks so much, guys. I'm going to go back and I'm going to switch the guitar. I'm going to drop the tunes. We're going to do the title track from Alive, and then we're going to do March of the Machines. Maybe do March of the Machines a little bit later. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But we're definitely going to do the title track from Alive next. Okay, so let me just switch guitars over, and we'll do Alive. Okay, so just go back and some of you new people, Medek and people like that. Hey Medek, how you doing? Hey McCarty V, how you doing? I had an email today from Twitch Music, the Twitch Music people. I'm going to be featured on the front page next Wednesday at 11 p.m. till 1 a.m. I've got a 2-hour slot on the carousel on the front page. I know Medek and other people. I will be. If it gets crazy next week, then so next Wednesday is going to be usually on a Wednesday. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Undertrader. Yeah, I just did a little sit down. You'll be able to watch this stream back on the VOD to find out. But I'll be messaging people if I need help. You are on the list, Medek. Definitely, you are on the list. But if you're not made a mod, oh dear, isn't it terrible? If you're not made a mod, it's not because I've gone, no, I don't want him. It's nothing. Please, it's nothing like that. So it really isn't. It's nothing. But I've got a list of people. It's a list of people that are interested. Just should it get, because they've warned me that the traffic could get like. Apparently that's like the hero slot or something, and it's like apparently it's quite. I've said yes. I said great, yeah, no problem, because it's you're 2 hours on the front, and then you're featured for the next few days. It's kind of like your flavour of the month. So yeah, so you're thank you. I'll definitely bear people in mind, definitely, but I just worry about my mod. It's just Yeah, Tony Smiley's great. Yeah, I could see that, but so what I usually do is I could just do an all original show like this, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a Steve Ford guitarist thing where I'm going to be doing. It won't look like this. It will look like basically the Friday Night Rock show, but it will be all rock covers and originals as well, and the Pink Floyd stuff as well. Because if I'm going to be featured on the front page, then I may as well sort of push the stuff that I do, that I feel I do the best, that I enjoy playing. I think that's the key. So yeah, just to let you guys know, that's going to be happening next Wednesday. Okay, this is the title track from Alive. Thanks so much, guys. Thank you so much indeed. Okie dokie. Harmony, you're still with us, Harmony. Are you doing okay? Thank you, Rico. Yeah, that's a bit of a tune. The heaviest one I've got is the March of the Machines. That's coming up soon. But I want to do Doors of Light from Time Traveller next, which is a little bit of a heavy one, but I'm gonna use the swell guitar for this. I used this all last night, so if I bust a string and you see me scrapping around to change guitars, it's because I was playing this for about 4 hours last night. Under Trader. I started playing the day I heard, I think it was 1991. I started playing guitar, and before that I was playing organ and always playing the piano, trying to play the piano. Sight reading always eluded me, but I didn't sort of start learning music theory until I started learning guitar. Because sort of, players like Satriani, Vi Malmsteen, etc., Greg Howe, Paul Gilbert, those sort of guys, I wanted to play like them, but I could never do it. I would always work at my picking and could never get there. And it took years, because I'm left-handed as well. So I would say, about 15, 16. So I've been playing about 30 odd years. And I turned professional when I was about, 18, 19. 19, I was teaching at the Guitar Institute. I got honours. I was an honours graduate there, so I was teaching there. On the part-time course, I should add. I wasn't doing anything heavy there. And that was an experience. I had a bit of opposition when I was doing that, but it was a good experience. Okay. Okay, Harmony, you go to bed whenever you need to. It's great to have you here. Okay, this is Doors of Light. Thank you so much, guys. This next one is just for Jimmy Neutron. It's off the Time Travel album and it's called Dust and Flames. Let me change guitars because we're going to do March of the Machines next. No, we're going to do Ghosts next, and then we're going to go straight into March of the Machines as per the album. So I think on Time Traveller, I've only left out 4 tracks from the entire album now. So we're getting close to doing the entire album of Time Traveller. I can already do the entire album of Seven Bridges to Cross, and I think 6 or 7 tracks out of 10 off the Alive album. So we're getting close to doing we're getting near the point where I'll be able to do like all 4 albums, you know, especially if I get Overture in the bag as well. Those of you who are members of After Hours would remember that on Saturday I did some pre-release tracks from the Overture album. They've never been performed before, and I did them because I hadn't programmed them in yet, but they're coming for you guys as well, obviously. So this is Ghosts, which again, if Undertrade is still there, this is one of the other tunes that was written on piano first, and I spent a long time trying to make sure that the actual chords, if you listen to the actual thing, Concerto Grosso, it's like it goes to D minor. The chords in this next song: D minor, E flat, D minor, A flat, D minor, E flat, A7 sus4, and this same thing, yeah, and then minor, like that. So he uses a lot of modal interchange and stuff like that. Coolness. Okay. So I'm going to... oh, I need to hydrate. Getting a little thirsty. My mod bought me a lovely water bottle, a blue big like Jeanette Music, and I love it. And I'm going to continue to keep using it, but it makes my throat go a bit funny. It makes me puff up, you know, or something. I must have a plastic allergy. Something, I don't know. I'm a hypochondriac at best, guys, so I mean, it could be anything. Let's rock, you know. Here's Ghosts, and then March to the Machines. Probably. I drive Credfrito mad. He wakes up to about 50,000 messages in the morning of suggestions and ideas and stats and things. He's a very patient man. Yeah, I'm really lucky to have him as my mod, so... He's not trying to poison me, I promise you guys. You know? It's the worst mass poisoning since Lucretia Borgia invited her friends round for a wine and anthrax party. It just reminds me of that Blackadder quote. All hail Credfito, the goodest of eggs. You are not wrong there, I tell you. You're not wrong. Blimey, we're getting some Twitch problems tonight. Good lyrics in that one, eh, Dippy? Have you heard of Neil Jar Jar? I have. You remind me of him. He's all about the melody and cool riffs and saves the shredding for when it means something. I 100% agree with you. You will never ever go and listen to any of my instrumental rock music, and that's why people think, oh yeah, he's just a Satriani clone. I'm sorry. As much as I love Satriani, I don't actually sit down and listen to Crushing Day and go, oh, I'm going to write a song with that. I'm going to nick that riff. I genuinely don't, but I've listened to a lot of Satriani over the years, so yeah. There is going to be some, I wear my influences on my sleeve. I'm nothing outstanding in that respect. And but yeah, the riff is everything. The melody is everything. Absolutely, 100%. If there's any whittling, I don't think there is. I think in the solo sections, I think that's because I try and write my songs like songs where there's a guitar solo in the middle and the melodies and either two sections or just one or two sections, and keep it really simple so that the riff gets in your head like an earworm, like an eargasm, as Kenny would say. That's kind of where I'm coming from. Thank you. That's a nice compliment because I'm not, believe it or not, I'm not that widdly. I can't do all that stuff very well. If I sit down for 8 hours with a metronome, then yeah, I can get my chops up, but I really don't. I'd tell you the best quote that I heard. I read in a magazine years and years ago from actually it was Joe Satriani who said it, and I thought how true. He said, "You are not going to have a career demonstrating practice techniques. You're just not, because the only people you're going to impress are the guitar nerds, the people that are playing the guitar, and once they've seen one guy do it, they're on to the next guy, and they're on to the next guy. So I try and write the melodies for people who are not into music, who don't actually know C Lydian and C major 7 sharp 9 and A7 sharp 9 flat 5 and all this stuff, who are not into theory and stuff. And I try and write the melodies so that they target the chord tones when they're meant to. And yeah, it does sound a little derivative sometimes, but I don't care. I want the music to hold up in my ears. And I think ultimately, you have to like the music you put out. Thank you, Undertrader. What a lovely comment to say. That's the comment of the evening, I think. You can hum your songs. That's the magic. Do you know, when I released Time Traveller in 2016, the first mix, and then I remixed it in 2018 when my hearing changed. I had hearing problems in 2018 and I remixed all my albums. And Seven Bridges and Overture I did from the ground up, right from scratch. It was bonkers. But I'm glad I did. And when I was doing that album, it got leaked on all the illegal download torrent things. It was everywhere. I don't know who done it, but it was on all them torrent sites. I was told it was all over them. And somebody sent me a link to ironically to a Russian website, and Polish radio got hold of me and did play some of my songs over in Poland as well, and that was the first release. And somebody took the album and uploaded it to their YouTube channel, which I should have let him do it. You know what I mean? I should have let him do it, but I said no, don't put it up there, mate. So I apologise if I said to him take it down, but I was a little bit precious about that. I think I shouldn't have been. But anyway, a composer, a Japanese composer, left a comment on there, and he put, "This is composing." I've never forgotten that, and I thought, well, I must be onto something when I'm writing, and it is all about the melody. It's all. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will do. My latest album that I'm working on, which will take a while, so it may take a year, if that, to come out, is Another World. This is the follow-up to Seven Bridges, Alive, and Time Traveller. And this is the first opening track. So this one was written, this is the latest written. So if you go back to Seven Bridges, you're talking about me writing stuff when I was in my 20s. And, if I was able to sort of get a deal with this stuff and distribute my music and tour with a band and build up a following of music, then I'll probably do one album a year, But anyway, if you listen to this one, I can actually hear the evolution of my playing over 20 years or so. And how I'm writing to make the riffs rocky and everything. And this is called Overload, okay? So have a listen to this one. Hey Melissa darling, how you doing? Lovely to see you. So yeah, it's really interesting how I can see the lineage of how I'm writing and how I'm actually thinking about adding more sections. And it's an unconscious thing. I'm thinking I'll put that bit in there, like the harmonic bit at the end, like that, just for effects, just to pop that in before the end. And the two main melody sections, they're still slow and melodic. They're not like that. There is a track called Another World. There's a diddle. That's the main. I wonder if I've got it. Do you know what? Shall I try it? Let me see if I've got it, and I'll try it. I've never tried this song before. Never, ever done it before. Ever live. I've never done it. So if I find it, then it's called Another World. It's not even though it's the same title track, but it's a working title. But I wonder if I can do it. It may be stuck on a couple of scenes. I may have to change the scenes manually. But I wonder. Take care, Harmony. Thank you for stopping by. Take care. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, so this is, if I forget what I'm doing, which I probably will, I usually, I'm going to try this one, okay? But this is kind of absolute latest. We're talking 2018, 2017, 2018, 2019. This is sort of like that era, way before lockdown. So this is called Another World, okay? And this is a complete demo, so if we can make a complete pig's ear of it, then we're in the clear. Before we do that, I'm just going to clear up that set list because the MIDI, the Python script, the scripts and stuff tonight has been... yes, it's an original. Let me just clean up that list. Okay, yeah, so let's try this out. It's going to have to... There's no scripting or anything in here at all, so it's going to be a manual deal here. So I may just keep it on the front thing and then switch to the... I haven't got the net cam on here or anything, so this is a real sort of... You watch, a big raid will come in right now. So every now and again, I'll be putting out demos like that, and that is seriously the first time I've ever put anything in the ether like that. And I don't know whether that's going to be the title track or whether that's going to be Sign of Nine or one of the other tracks that I've got for Another World. But it's very fusiony jazz, and I think when I had the idea for it, there's a guitar player I really like called Kazumi Watanabe. If you've not heard of him, go and check out Unicorn. There's a track he's done called Unicorn. Kazumi, Kazumi, Watanabe, Watanabe. Watanabe. It's Kazumi Watanabe. And seek out a track of his called Unicorn. If you really like listening to it, it's and his solo in it is, and mate, get the studio, listen to the studio, because there's quite a few live dotted about on YouTube. Listen to the studio version of it. His solo, it's right on the edge of breakup. There's hardly any gain, and you can hear him really struggling to get the notes out, but he nails it. He nails it so well. And every so often he'll slip into jazz. He'll like slip into an alternate, like there'll be an E7 sharp 9, and he'll just put in like B flat major triads over it, and then E major triads and like tritone triads over it, and it is wonderful. It really is. Go seek out him. Night Dave Pugwash. Thank you, Jude Laurie. Thank you so much indeed for the kind words, guys. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, Unicorn, under Trader. Check out a track called Unicorn by Kazumi Watanabe. Yeah, if you guys have heard of Kazumi Watanabe, then you're not. I'm afraid that's one of the only tracks that I know of that artist, but I know he's. Oh, there's another guitar player called Hotei, Hotei, and he's also very good as well. But I think they're Asian. I think they are from like Japan, and that era, that route down there, I think. And so yeah, definitely check that out. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to close tonight, and then we're going to raid someone. I want to thank you all for checking out the show. It's really appreciated. And thank you all for a great stream yesterday as well. It was great. I'm going to see you all Friday. If you want to come along. If you don't, that's fine. I'm going to see you Friday at the 9 o'clock. Right, okay, Merry Xmas. So Friday's going to be all classic rock covers, and it's always crazy. It is always bonkers, okay? So we are going to make sure that next Wednesday goes well, okay? So I'm going to leave you with Faith Inside or Journey's End. I'm not too sure which one. Let's do Faith Inside. Faith Inside is the final track off of Alive, and Journey's End is the final track off of Time Traveller. We haven't done any off of Overture yet. I usually do Solitude. They're coming. So that's the first one I put out, Seven Bridges, and then Overture, and they're 2 EPs, and then Alive came out, and then Time Traveller, and I'm working on this one. But I got A Strange Kind of Life as well, which is a vocal rock album. And usually on the Friday Night Rock Show, I put in Falling Away, one of the tracks from there. It's got a music video and all that caper. So I'll be doing that Friday as well. So let's do Faith Inside, okay? Here we go. Thanks so much indeed, guys. Every now and again, I like to do something bluesy, rocky in that instrumental, and that was the rest of the track was all sci-fi, and that outro track, Faith Inside, is just meant to be really just that bit at the end, C, B flat, F. That bit was meant to be added on, and it worked really. I think it works really well. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for listening tonight. For listening to me tonight, we've had a good run. I'm delighted. I'm super ecstatic about being on the front page next week. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be an adventure, and I hope you can all join me on that and pop up and say hello. So Dippy's saying something. Jude Laurie, thank you so much, Jude Laurie. And it's like you're a musical saint, savant on the guitar, like Kenny on piano. Thank you so much, Dippy. Thank you so much, Alexander. Thank you so much indeed, Stray Gamer. Thank you. You're late to the party. Yeah, we're just wrapping up. We're about to raid someone. Quedfito, thank you so much, mate. Quedfito, I can pin you down at some point in the day, not literally, or in the evening tomorrow. We need to have a little bit of a tete-a-tete, as it were. But we're going on a raid. We don't know who we're going to raid. I'm going to find someone nice to raid. I hope it's someone nice. Hang on. Should we go see Mandy? Mandy Prater? Let's give her Mandy Prater a raid. Come on. We're going on a raid, guys. Take care. Mandy's great. She does her own loops. She sings. She's fantastic. And it's the perfect antidote to this. You can chill out to it. Okay, guys? I'm going to be back Friday, 9 p.m. Okay? And Friday, 9 p.m., Classic Rock. The Friday Night Rock Show. The 4th episode. Okay? It's going to kick. Okay? If you can join me, that'd be great. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy your Thursday. And make a note for your diaries. Next Wednesday at 11 p.m. to 1 p.m., Twitch are going to be putting me on the front page, okay? So it's going to be a little bit crazy then. All right, guys? 11 p.m. to 1 p.m. It's a late one. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Okay, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you Friday at 9. Take care. Bye-bye.